Here we are face to face with the memories that can't be erased. Although we need each other, things have changed and it's not the same. My baby, yeah, yeah.
And I think LA would have been, it didn't seem as if much was happening in LA recording wise. I mean,
really had Dre, NWA, and of course, Warren G, whatever. But it was more a South Central, West Coast hip hop scene that had that. When it came to like the whole R&B hip hop scene, we felt we were going to take over. Honestly, we felt very confident in it, like, just with the people that were there, and we did very fast, but we needed to learn one more thing before we could go there. That's what we're talking about, songs. But I don't know if you want me to go into that.
Go ahead. Yeah.
But when we came here, we started like writing songs, but I was obsessed with the beats. It was all about the beats, man. And Colin was doing his keys, and then there's someone singing. Oh yeah, cool. We're just making beats here. You could just sing whatever you want to do, kind of thing. And I remember we knew if we want to get into the ultimate level, we needed a meeting with Clive Davis.
The Godfather.
So we worked on it, and we worked on it, and we finally got a meeting with Clive Davis. And my first meeting with Clive Davis was at the Peninsula Hotel here in LA, because he would come out here all the time. And again, when he was in LA, there was less people to see. I mean, Puffy would still be here and whatever. And when Clive was in town, everybody would just kind of like get together around Clive. But I remember coming in and meeting him for the first time, and we played 3 songs. And I'm like, man, he's listening to every song all the way through. We're in. And when he was done, he looked at me, he goes, that is possible. The 3 worst songs anyone has ever played me.
Wow.
And I looked over at Colin, and he goes, thank you. You can leave now. And we got up, and his assistant, who was Keith Naffley at that time, said to us, before we walked out of the door, he goes, Clive wants to see you next month. I go, what? So we walked down the stairs, and we go in the studio again. I'm like, okay, I think I need to think a little more about what's on top of the tracks.
Okay.
Because in rap, it was kind of like you just follow the rapper. You didn't really, they would just spit, and then the hook would just be like, nothing what you said. You do a little sample, and So we did 3 more songs, and we had another meeting. This was the Peninsula Hotel also, and we come in again, and it was kind of weird because David Foster and Ella and Babyface they walked out and stuff, and I'm like, oh my fucking god. And so we played 3 songs. We played all the way through, but now I'm like worried, but I'm like, okay. And he goes, what's really fascinating? So I go, no. How is it possible to come with 3 songs that are worse? And I'm like, this motherfucker.
Wow.
And I walked out, and Keith Naffley goes, Clive wants to see you again next month. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here, man? What is going on here? So we went down. I think this is where, make or break it kind of thing. He was pushing us. And before he left, he said, let me play you what I'm looking for. And we'll play a Teddy Riley song, Ella and Baby's song, especially Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, and Ella and Babyface. Their songs. Amazing. And he did say, if you really want someone to listen to your beats, make a good song. Then everybody's going to hear your beats. So he did plant some seeds in us. And at that time, I started dating Maxie, from Brownstone. And we had just been in the studio with them, and I just saw her, and we just fell in love and became like, we were just soulmates from the moment we saw each other. And we went, I had a little house, and Maxie was kind of living with me, and we had this songwriter coming up called Andrea Martin.
Oh,
And Maxie was from Guyana, and Andra was also from Guyana. So, or some of her family members were, I think. And so Maxie was cooking Guyanese food and totally different vibe than we normally would do in a session. And Andrew is like doing, and Colin is sitting up there. He always had these, he would listen to all these like Toto and all these bands. I was like, what are you listening to? But actually, he starts playing these chords and he does some changes that are unusual for an R&B record. And they write this song. We go to Clive, and now he's at the Belvedere Hotel, always a Bungalow 8. I'm sure you heard that from other people. That was mega. And when we came there, Prince walked out, casually. Oh, hello, Prince. Again, maybe we're just not meant to be here. Like, this is too high level. Like, we go in and we press play, and he stops after the first song. We had 3 songs again, and he goes, 1 second. And he goes, Roy Lott, I need you to go in the room with Soulshock and Colin's manager. We're buying this record right now on the spot. And they're not leaving until they sign the contract. And I'm like, what? And that was before he walked out of my life. And he said, I have a new artist called Monica, and I want her to do this song. And he goes, and if you just listen to me, you're going to have your first #1. And we did. But the story is not quite over yet, because we walk out of that bungalow, and guess who's calling? L.A. Reid. He goes, love this record. We want Tony Braxton to record it. I'm like, fuck yeah. Who cares? Monica. Who knows? No one knows who Monica is. So I'm like, yeah, we in. So I go to the studio the next day, and I was at the studio called Skip Saylor. It's like a hip hop studio in LA. And Skip Saylor, the owner of the studio, comes running into my room and he goes, fucking Clive Davis is on the phone for you. And I go, how does he know I'm here? And Skip goes, how does he know me? I'm my recording studio. But you should run. So I run out and I pick up the phone, and he goes, this is Clive Davis. I go, yeah. He goes, you will record before you walk out my life with me. And you know why? I go, no, because I'm fucking Clive Davis, and you won't work in this industry if you don't. We did Monica.
But L.A. Reid was signed to Clive. You couldn't.
No, they actually hadn't. They were messing around with each other, but they hadn't done that official merge.
LaFace?
Yeah, LaFace was still in Atlanta. This is very early on. We did. This is when Tony Braxton could still live. They might have had a label deal, but they weren't like Aris and LaFace.
No, they weren't the Aris. No, yeah. But they were this. So Clive gave them their deal.
Distribution, maybe, or something like that. It was kind of
it
was definitely still competition between LA and Clive for song. And it happens again later.
Yeah. So although LA would tell you that because especially when the Tony Braxton said she wanted money, they did say, look, Clive gives us the money and we put out the artist. So did LA know that Clive wanted the record? Because I can't imagine he would have asked you for it if he knew that Clive wanted it.
Well, he didn't know it because it was right after we had just stepped out.
Yeah, if he know, I don't think.
Let me tell you one thing.
Yeah,
LA called me afterwards, was furious at me for not giving me the record to Tony Braxton.
Even when you told him that Clive asked for it first?
Well, I said Clive wants it. He goes, I want it for Tony. I don't care. Oh. So they still had, LaFace was still 50% their company. They were not necessarily budging. And, LA didn't talk to me for like a year and a half. And then next time it happens, it's Heartbreak Hotel that he wants for TLC and Clive wants for Whitney, and Clive wins again. So me and LA, we're very good friends today. Don't worry.
No. But then, what was different about how you came up with that track then?
So that's what Colin. That's kind of a little more classic R&B, but then he starts doing these changes, leading chords going up to the hook, which was very more something you would hear in the total world and that kind of world. And then I came in with the beat in the second verse. It's so hip hop. It's from this old break beat with static on it. It's so dirty. And I think I'm scratching It's Yours with Tila Rock. It's somewhere in the background too. It's so hip hop on top of these chords. And then let's not forget Andrea Martin.
Oh, she wrote the lyrics.
She wrote the song, the lyrics, yeah. And I think the whole vibe also with Maxi cooking food. And I learned a little bit in that session. Okay, if we just sit with our headphones on and just one of our beats, we won't make those records. We got to put our focus on the writer and the song. And we really learned that from Clive Davis. That was really where it clicked for us that, yeah, pay as much attention still to your track. But when you're in with a songwriter, they deserve all attention and deserve all our focus. And that's the only way to write a good record. And, Babyface is the master of that. He'll just sit right on a keyboard before he barely put a drum on, So that was our learning experience was that, hey, it's still the song. Yes, that's a dope beat. Hallelujah. But the songs that we really get attached to in our life is really those songs that are special. And that's the song. That's the lyrics.
The lyrics.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between
us, or even loving us, on which I didn't miss you.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No, okay, you're okay.
They don't understand what Jonas' voice meant in all spirits.
Play it.
And all these guys, they all work together.
I mean, I love all different genres.